According to the National Retail Federation, Halloween spending has been increasing at an alarming rate. Just this year of 2016, they expected an expenditure of $8.6 million. That's $4 billion increase since 2006. Approximately 171 million people celebrating Halloween in the United States with an average expenditure of $86 per person. What is this Halloween that seems like more people are joining every year? Is there a dark side of Halloween? Annette McCartney is an Irish born-again Christian who for many years was a practicing witch. Annette had a troubled youth but had a stable home as an adult with a husband and a daughter. Before becoming involved in witchcraft, she started in witchcraft when her daughter first went to school and she was left at home alone and idle. Annette started reading about witchcraft at the library. Then she started visiting a local witchcraft store when someone approached her and introduced her to a group where she started practicing witchcraft. Within a few years, Annette was really deep into the lifestyle and she walked away from her daughter and her husband. I started worshiping angels, Annette said. I now know that they were the devil's demons. According to Annette, Halloween is the time when all the devil's worshippers get together to practice witchcraft, consume alcohol and drugs, cast spells, and get involved in immoral behaviors. Furthermore, Halloween is the perfect time to initiate others into the group. Teenagers and drunk individuals are the ideal as they willing to try new things. Our participation in the cute costumes, decorations, and going trick-or-treating with our family might not have to do anything with joining these groups. But what message are we giving our children? What will your children do when they grow up? Pastor Noonan often says that the things we do, our children will do it 10 times worse. The Bible tells me in Romans 16 to be wise in what is good and innocent of evil. According to the World Book Encyclopedia, Volume 9, page 24, the origins of Halloween is rooted long before Christ. Many Druid Celtic countries, which nowadays are Ireland, northwestern France, and the United Kingdom, were gathered together to celebrate the end of the summer and the beginning of a new year. On October 31st, they believed that Samhain, the lord of dead and evil spirits, would assemble the spirits of all the people who died the previous year. These spirits were allowed to return to visit their living loved ones, while other Druid priests and other Satan worshippers would go with a mask and with costumes. They would go house to house, gathering animals, money, and people to burn them as sacrifices. They believed that with these sacrifices, Samhain, their lord of dead and evil spirits, would keep them from harming them. To those people who give, prosperity was promised, and a jack-o'-lantern was placed outside their home as a symbol of their participation. To those who refused to give, they were cast and threatened, and a pentagram was painted outside their home so evil spirits would come upon them. These practices still exist around the world, and even closer in our neighborhood. Just on the other side of Lake Michigan in Detroit, there was last year around 700 people gathered together to witness the largest public satanic ceremony in history, or so that's what they claim. Some of these people were there because they were curious to see what was going on. Other people were there because they wanted to worship, because they believe in their satanic religion. According to Annette, on Halloween Day, getting people to join their group is easier. It's much easier because people are already celebrating dark and evil, even though they might not know it. The Bible tells me that we should not have fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather to reprove them. Growing up in Honduras, we were taught a lot of Catholic traditions. We didn't celebrate Halloween, but on November 1st and November 2nd, I remember going to the to we would go to visit the tombs of our family members. A lot of people will bring snacks, food, and bakes to their dead um, loved ones. Other people would just bring some bread to live in their tombs. It was believed that from October 31st, a lot of bad evil spirits or evil spirits were loose, and that you could communicate with them if you wanted to. My grandfather died when I was very young, and my aunts, uncles, and aunt went to visit a witch. The witch told them to go back in October 31st so they could communicate with my grandfather. They went back on October 31st and they did communicate with my grandfather. He told them who was his killer and how to kill him. My grandfather also told them to be careful because the person who killed him had some really bad spirits within him. God is a God of life, and Halloween focuses on dead and evil spirits. In Romans 13:12, the Bible tells me, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." In conclusion, Halloween is a day when evil and dark is celebrated. More people than ever before are deceived and blinded into participating in this bad pagan celebration. What should we do about it? The Bible reminds us that we are the light of the world. Matthew 5:16 says, "Ye are the light of the world. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good work and glorify your Father which is in heaven."